Hi, Tim Stewart here, Coach Papa. I want to talk a little bit today about a program I'm involved in called Combat Brain Training. Combat Brain Training was developed by a gentleman by the name of John Kennedy in 2007. At the time, he was asked to help solve the problem of reducing warfighting death and casualties and other outcomes from the program. As it turns out, not only was he able to help reduce warfighting casualties, but they found out when the vets were returning home from combat with traumatic brain injury, with PTSD, other issues, their recovery time was cut, not necessarily in half, maybe it was in some cases, but it was reduced greatly. Since 2011, John has been bringing combat brain training out into the civilian world. A lot of the work is done in athletics. When it comes to a peak performance training for athletics, there is nothing that works like the combat brain training. And when you think about it, athletics are the closest we have to actual combat, performing at our highest level when we're in conflict. John has been doing some absolutely amazing work with several levels of professional athletes, from golfers to basketball players to football players. At the same time, he's been working with a lot of individuals, youth with ADHD, attendance issues, and other things going on, attention issues, seniors with dementia and Alzheimer's disease, which had so much impact, soldiers with PTSD. There's been a great deal of progress made in these areas. I got involved with John about 3 years ago when he came and spoke to my high school soccer team during the pandemic on Zoom. We weren't able to be in person. I met John at a virtual networking event, and he had this thing called Combat Brain Training, and being a retired infantry guy, it resonated with me. So I asked John if he'd come speak to my girls, and he did. And we went through the exercises, and we improved as much as we could at that time. Again, we were on Zoom. I had 30 girls with their iPhones set out in their yards, and I'm trying to coach from a Zoom screen where I'm looking at 30 different people. So when we were able to do things like combat brain training, it made a difference. But when they let us get back out to the field, I kind of put it off to the side, and I went back to what I was doing, how I knew how to coach soccer. About in May of this year, 2022, I was writing with an individual, and he said, "I have to apologize to you." And I said, "For what?" He says, I've had 6 brain surgeries. I have short-term memory loss, and I'm going to repeat myself several times throughout the course of this ride. I said, "You already said that." He said, "I did." I said, "No, you didn't. But it's kind of the way I think." Got a hold of John. I told the guy, I said, "I remember, John," he said, "this combat brain training really has a positive effect on all types of brain injury." And so I called John and said, "Do you think this would make a difference?" He said he thought it would. So I started doing the exercises with my friend. And over the course of 3 weeks, his short-term memory started improving greatly. I mean, it's more than medical therapy in the last 5 years have been able to help him. And so I thought, well, there's something to this. I got a hold of John again, and we talked. And I said, "You need to train me in this, certify me in this, so I can take this to my current clients," because it's a life and business coach. I had several clients, and we could all use a little help with the brain training. And maybe for memory retention, maybe it's focus, maybe it's just a little bit of an upgraded processor. Well, John texted me later that week and said, "Are you vaccinated?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, I've got a speaking engagement in Toronto, Canada, and if you could go do that for me, we'll get you certified this week." I was able to do that. I went up and I had a 3-hour speaking engagement on the combat brain trainings, which meant I had to learn about it fairly quickly. And the more I learn, the more intrigued I've become. The opportunity for someone to actually improve their memory in a program that lasts. It doesn't improve for a little while and then start fading away. For someone to improve their focus, their processing speed, to be able to think quicker and act quicker on their feet, There's just so many good things that's coming out of this. I can't help but to believe that I was led here for the very purpose of helping and serving others. I don't know if you know someone who's battling with PTSD. As we enter into the month of November and Veterans Day coming up, it's all to the forefront of our mind that these soldiers who work so hard to serve us and keep us safe are now dealing with their issues that uh, can be affected, that can be reversed. With elders with dementia, kids with ADHD, athletes, young athletes who are, and older athletes who are looking to improve their performance. Again, I go back as a peak performance training. I have not seen anything in my 45 years of coaching that is better than this program. So I'm out here sharing a little bit. I want to let you know, if you want to find out more about combat brain training and how it can help you process your thoughts better or more accurately, help with memory retention, help with focus, help get you into that flow state, that zone state, where things seem to be happening almost on automatic. I'd like you to reach out to me. I can share some of the testimonials we have, like Trevor Harris, a Canadian Football League quarterback, who after just a couple of years of adding the brain training in has surpassed Tom Brady's passer rating in the CFL. For Cap Perez, who's clearly one of the best women's goaltenders in the world. She's the national women's goaltender for the country of Colombia, as well as the goaltender for Real Madrid Female, the women's Real Madrid team, and on, peak performance athletics, all types of improvements with children with dyslexia, with ADHD, HDD, adults with ADHD. If you want to improve your focus, if you want to improve your memory, if you want to just think faster, be able to react quicker, both mentally and physically, combat brain training really does have something for you. Reach out, be happy to explain the program to you and the costs associated with it, and anything else that we could possibly talk about with regard to it. So my name is Tim Stewart. I am Coach Papa, and I have become a certified combat brain trainer, helping you stay calm in the chaos of your life. So that's it for today. God bless. Enjoy your day, and give me a shout. I'd love to help you out.